Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world of Eorzea. My name is Maridon, and welcome to episode 1 of Carr's Journey, a Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. Here you got my character, Carr on the Coral server. I just skipped the first cutscenes for everybody because there's not very much that goes on. Your character lands up in a strange, kind of surreal-looking area where a masked man in a robe proceeds to come out of a portal, and you turn into your artifact armor, which is the level 50 armor, and weird things happen. If you want to check out the intro, I'll provide a link to an intro on YouTube in the description below to see the intros, but I wanted to skip that because it's not very eventful. you get a tiny bit of backstory, but it's not anything really worth anything. You're not going to find out every single thing that happens. That happens a little bit later on. A little bit of background before I get started. Carr is a name of a character I used to play in Final Fantasy XI, which is a game I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. I played that game for about 5 years. She was actually an alt character that was a paladin. My other character, Maridon, he is a male Mikote in this game, which is a Mithra from 11. He was a white mage, which I have leveled to white mage 50 on 14. He is on the Hyperion server. His name is Maridon Albiork, so if you see me around, send me a tell. Poke me, dance with me, slap me, if you can make your own emotes, which I haven't figured out if I can do that yet, but I'm sure I could. Yeah, so basically the point of Let's Play is I'm going to run through and enjoy myself and hope you enjoy yourself. As I progress through the story and do different things, fates, which are little pop-up events that happen, such as rifts from Rift. That's basically the best comparison I do with them. Also, I'm going to be running dungeons, which will have specific dungeon episodes, where I'll have an episode where I just do a dungeon. And then, as I said before, go through the storyline and so forth. Without further ado, let's get this started. I am a Lancer. I'm going to be leveling a Dragoon to 50. So you start off in Gridania as a Lancer. Gridania is a obviously wooded area. The other two are Limsa Lamensa, which is like a port town, and you got Ulda, which is like a kingdom in the middle of the desert. It's pretty interesting. So let's talk to this quest giver here. Give you a little bit of a cutscene. So let me know in the comments, you know, how you're enjoying your time in Final Fantasy XIV. If you love it, if you hate it, if you're undecided about it, what you want to see improved. I've enjoyed myself thoroughly playing the game. If I had to estimate the amount of hours, I'd probably say about 30-ish to get to 50, but as you get higher level and you attain more gil, you'll be able to progress faster through things like fates and just like the knowledge that you carry from leveling. But yeah, probably about 30 hours to start doing all the stories. Make sure you're catching story quests, making sure you're all catching up to the story quests so you don't out-level yourself, doing side quests, doing guild leaves, which I'll go over later. But yeah, it's a great experience. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is like basically the main quest giver when you start in Gridania. This is Mother Mioyun. Gotta love these names that Square Enix gives their gives their NPCs in the language that they speak. Basically, if you couldn't tell by the text down here, she's basically introducing you to the Adventurers Guild. This is basically like a bit of a main hub. You can pick up your leave quests, from this guy once we unlock them. Your in-house is also in here, which we can access when we unlock them. But she is basically, as she just said, the head of the Adventurers Guild. So throughout the beginning parts of the story, you will encounter her basically until you set set sail to other places, which, of course, we'll get to. And a little bit of an introduction. Big crystals and aetheryte. It's like a big teleport right there. You can set those as your home point and so forth. I also wanted to mention that I am on a server. I am on Coral, my character. I just picked a server where I knew absolutely nobody, so as I progress, I'd have to make my own friends and fly solo with a lot of things. I don't want to have a bunch of friends on here helping me doing a bunch of stuff, and I don't want to show that I'm, being cheap by sending Gil from character to character. So that's why I picked Coral, because I don't know. That's why I picked a random server, I should say. Coral was just kind of random. I was looking and I was like, alright, we're going to pick this one. Alright, blah, 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 blah. See, to me, the story... Let's get this cutscene. The story doesn't get interesting to me until you leave town, which is like around 15, 16, 17 area. That is when, like I said, you leave town, you meet up with some interesting adventures and stuff like that, and a lot of things happen. In the beginning, though, it's a lot of quests, a lot of little cutscenes explaining, what's going on. Tasks little tasks like, oh, go kill 3 of these critters, and go here, run here, talk to this person. So in the very beginning, it's kind of boring. This quest right here, she's basically telling me to go to my class hub, which there's like 3 or 4 to each town, except for Limps and Laments. There's only 2. Your hub is basically wherever you start at. Your hub will be there. Right now, you are already seeing one of the main problems that needs to be addressed in the game, and it's this right here. This lovely text that it gets to the point where you have to blacklist people. And blacklisting is basically a list of names so you don't hear or you don't see that spam anymore. So I am going to do that real quick so I don't have to deal with this guy anymore spamming, and you'll see me do this in other videos because it's a common occurrence. It wants me to go over here to the Aetheryte Plaza. This is the Aetheryte. I have to touch this thing here. It acts as a teleport crystal and a home point. From a home point, when you die, you will spawn here, unless you get raised. Also, later on when I get teleports, when I go find another Aetheryte scattered throughout the land, I will be able to teleport from Aetheryte Crystal to Aetheryte Crystal. Also, what it does is, in the towns, the Aetheryte Crystal acts as a like a short teleport to these Ethernet crystals, which are like shards that are scattered throughout towns, so you don't have to run everywhere, which is really, really nice. That's basically what this NPC is explaining right now. And I got Return, which is basically like a, if you're a World of Warcraft player, or were a World of Warcraft player, like a Hearthstone, basically. It's also like Warp, if you're coming from Final Fantasy XI, or returns you basically to your home point. Alright, let's head to our Lancers Guild. I don't have any of the Aetheryte crystals, or the Aetheryte shards opened yet, but I will shortly. Before I visit the Lancers Guild, this is another thing on my quest list to do. Listen to the explanation of the markets. The market areas in every place are, in every town, are places where you can, buy things and sell things on the auction house. Also, your retainer, which I will get later and explain later. This is where you hire a retainer, and an area where you can summon the retainer. Just a little quick explanation on the retainer. The retainer is basically an NPC that carries your things, almost like a storage, and then at the same time you can, it's a catalyst to put things up on the in-game auction house, which is always useful. The auction house in the version 1.0 of Final Fantasy XIV was atrocious, and you guys watching that have played 14, the 1.0 version, would know what I'm talking about. These are the Ethernet shards. Basically, I now attuned myself to the Lancers Guild, so what I can do is I can basically quick travel. I can go back to the Gradini Aetheryte Plaza, which was the big giant crystal, with a click of a button. I'm not going to do that right now because I need to be here, but it's very useful, so you don't have to run around everywhere. In the beginning you kind of do to get the Aetherite shards, but you don't have to worry too much. You don't have to worry too much after you get them. You can teleport anywhere you want. Now the cool thing about the Ethernet shards is that they're free. The teleports between the different Aetherite crystals, which are the large ones, they do cost money. Now these quests I haven't really done before, so I'm kind of skimming through these really quick. And with that, let's see. And this will be my class quest right here. She basically just asks, oh, you want to become a Lancer? Okay, go talk to this man. Here is Ywain. Usually these first class quests they'll basically require you to go outside the gates and kill poor creatures like ladybugs and squirrels and defenseless creatures. Although they do attack you back, but I do have the resolve to wield a lance. Basically what you have to do to unlock classes in this game is you go to the different hubs and you talk to the receptionist out front, and then they give you a little spiel about what the class is about. Then you basically go in and talk to that guy who's the guild master. I don't know why the heck I just decided to sprint, because I need to go back to gotta go back to the canopy, back to Mother Mlume. Mother Minume. Gridania is very beautiful. Lots of waterfalls, lots of water, trees, of course, because it's in a wooded area. Who would have guessed that, huh? Alright, let's talk back. Let's talk to Mother. Yeah, you completed your first task. Whoop-de-doo. Quest complete. There we go. Now, when along my journeys, you'll see this, the key with the sign with the key on her head. I had to be level 4 to actually accept that, so that's when I have to go around town and do a bunch of quests that are really boring. So, that'll do it for this first episode of Carr's Journey and Maridon's Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. In the description, I'll link you to our Facebook page and our Twitter. If you want to follow along, like and follow on those to follow along. I'll be posting videos as much as possible. I'm a very busy person, have a lot of things to do outside of playing 14, but I'm going to try to put up a video at least once every day or once every 2 days, as much as I possibly can, to keep you guys interested and to enjoy the game from a different class. Make sure to subscribe also to the YouTube channel, Maridon Plays. I'll be playing, starting up NHL as well pretty soon, and have everybody enjoy watching me get my butt handed to me online. That should be an enjoyable thing to watch. Alright, that'll be it for Episode 1. Thanks for watching. Episode 2 is coming up shortly. Thanks, have a good day.